Here we go. So I drive past East Palestine most days on my way into a job, just because where I'm living at now, the area is about 45 minutes away from where I grew up. And where I grew up is where a lot of the connections are for native brush, and a lot of the word of mouth is generating for native brush. So driving where I'm at now to where I grew up, I pass by East Palestine most days. So wanted to stop by, check things out. You know, there's back roads that I can take home to go through East Palestine most days, but oftentimes just take the major thoroughfare, the major highway through past, basically on the outskirts of East Palestine. So we checking it out, driving through town, East Palestine right now, and I mean, y'all see it. Cars on the road. I mean, I haven't seen anybody out in their yard yet or anything. It's a 50-degree day, sunshine here in beautiful Eastern Ohio, central Eastern Ohio. And, you know, I saw, for example, somebody on Facebook posted in my area about how their folks, their old folks, their ancient P's live here in East Palestine, and they wanted to move them out of town. Look, they're going Amazon truck, doing deliveries. I'm actually in East Palestine proper right now, driving on the main street here. It's one of our famous small town kind of stop marts for goodies and food. We got free bottled water and other supplies here at, I think that's a church. Continuing down the main drag here in East Palestine. You know, $2.99 for gas. That's one of the cool parts about Ohio right now. We got a family walking around. I believe this is the train track. You know, whether it was that way or that way, I'm not really sure. But I know that that's the track where the crash happened. You got your hardware store open. Mad traffic here in town. Businesses look like they're operating as normal. I got people crossing the street up here, walking around. You know, with the way that the media is talking about it, little ice cream stand, people inside, open. You know, with the way that the media, okay, here we go. We got local news network here. Let's see if anything comes of that. You know, the way with which the media talks about what's going on here, you would think the streets would be empty, people would be at home busy making plans for how they're going to be moving out of the area. Just turned off the main drag. I'm just gonna drive y'all up to where Donald Trump made an appearance earlier this week. I was looking at an apartment actually this last summer in one of these buildings up here. I don't see the sign anymore. I can't remember exactly which one it was. East Palestine Park, that's where old DJ was at. And here's the roadhouse that he stopped at. The original roadhouse. But we got a pool up there on the hill. I'm not saying there's anybody in it or anything, but you know, this parking lot is full, which means that restaurant is full. I've got environmental contractors out here, other dudes out here doing work. I believe this is Leslie Run, and I'm thinking all these generators, we've got dudes, I would assume, trying to gauge the toxicity of the water here. I mean, I don't remember ever there being stuff like this around here. You feel me? Let me turn around here. Gonna drive past these generators, these purifiers, whatever there are. I don't know if y'all can see. There's like there's probably 6 of them all along this creek bed. Doing what? I don't know. Something serious. We got all kind of something going on down there. I don't know what they're doing down there. Some type of purification process, I don't know. More over here. You know what's interesting though too is these guys, they don't have HEPCO. They don't have any like PPE on whatsoever, you know? There's nothing that they're wearing that would protect them for any crazy amount of toxicity in the water. So that water I just showed y'all with all the pumps and filters from that company HEPCO is Leslie Run, which is the mainstream fed by, I believe, East Palestine City Lake. Runs eventually down to what's called the Beaver River, which eventually runs to the Ohio River, and eventually to the Mississippi, so on and so forth. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get down there. I wanted to get like a water bottle with some water in it, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get down there. They got that access point there kind of well blocked. I'm gonna drive. I actually play golf at East Palestine Country Club, just a little outside of town, and I'm pretty sure Leslie Run goes alongside there, so I'm gonna go check that out next. But yo, check this out. Look, I mean, I've seen a couple local news station trucks. Yo, this city is lit. Yo, there's people out. I haven't seen one person with like a hazmat type suit on, or even like a respirator of any sorts. The folks down there dealing in the water didn't have on any special type of equipment. I don't know. You know, it's amazing to me. I think what's most amazing to me is how hype people who aren't from here, people who are on the other side of the state, or, you know, 2 or 3 states away, how hyped they are about the situation, and yet here at Ground Zero, it's like I was telling somebody yesterday, you know, it's basically like life is running normally, if you will. Okay. Running up to hopefully a creek that is Leslie run outside of town, maybe get a bottle of sample. You know what they say, man, don't let a good crisis go to waste. I think if you tune into any of the media, especially like alt-right media, then you would realize that letting no crisis go to waste is, in fact, true, huge. It's crazy what people do, man. So this is the same machine that they had probably about 6 of in town. And I imagine that they're purifying the water. You know, they got hoses linked up into the water. You know, you look downstream, there's like these white tubes. I don't really know what that's all about. But I think, and I would bet that these are really just water purifiers, essentially taking water out from the run up the creek, and you know, throwing it through a filter and then pumping it right back into the water. First people I've seen with a face mask on behind me. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, so I'm seeing whatever these are. Some type of mesh catch. I don't really know, but maybe there's like a charcoal kind of sand purification mixture all up in them. And you know, I got more people down here. Looks like they're collecting water samples. Everybody's turned into a journalist right now. The Ohio Wildlife Commissioner is right up there, parked, sitting in his truck, kind of keeping an eye on things, I believe. Very interesting, very interesting. I mean, I'm not even going front. I saw this kid like poking around in the water, so I decided to pick up a stick, kind of rub it on the water, and you see, man, what the heck is that? See that? That's the oil. So we had a couple of people down at the Leslie Run just outside of town, downstream from the accident, who were wearing like just simple face masks, bro, like stuff you would wear to, you know, sand drywall, and you know, trying to tell me that I need to put one on. Just randos, not like authorities, environmental authorities or anything, just kind of a couple random people. Then they were saying that walking along the creek, you know, make sure you have some type of covering on your feet because it dries, falls off, dust gets into the air wherever you stay at, and then boom, you have chemicals in your area. But what was interesting is, like I said, the Ohio Wildlife Environmental Commissioner was down there along the creek, and he wasn't wearing any type of special protective gear whatsoever. I mean, he had like boots on. And then there, like the Real America's Voice dude that I ran into, his name is Ben Berkwam. He was walking around, no mask, videotaping. He was walking right up to the water like I was. It's just interesting, man. Like, you would think people like that, and then the commissioners would be not only uber protected, but have a thumb on what's going on, and then therefore know how to properly be around the fallout zones there. And yet none of them were wearing anything. You feel? So I don't know, man. Alright, I'm kind of leaving town right now, and I'm looking to see because some folks were saying that there's like a crash zone where it happened. And I just want y'all to know, I don't know if any of you saw that video where like it's somebody kind of standing, track level, ground level, the camera's ground level, and you see this train coming towards you, and the tracks look all rickety and stuff. Like, not around here, I'm telling you that, not around here. So put that to rest. That's kind of that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, yo, is this from like the Wild Wild West movie or something? It's ridiculous. All right, y'all, this is East Palestine City Lake. And actually, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a train up in the distance. And I think I'm getting closer to ground zero of the crash site. Hopefully I'll be able to find it here. Just drove underneath the train tracks. There's a train running right now as we speak on the tracks. I'm running parallel to the train tracks right now, trying to see if I can spot where the crash site was. I got people standing outside here in town. All right, we coming up on the track. As you can see, there's a train running currently. Obviously, business is going as usual. All right, still running parallel to the tracks here, but I finally have found road closed signs. So I imagine once I get up the road here a little bit, I'm not going to be able to go much further, and I'm assuming that's going to be the crash zone. All right, here he is. We got our blockage site. I'm assuming this is where ground zero is. You can't go any further up there. I see a ton of cranes in the cut back there. It's hard to see, man. You can't see shit. But you can't get further than where you're seeing here. So ground zero, there it is. We've got a couple more ground zero situations here. Yep, there we go. Here we go. we got the crash zone down there. It's on the west side of East Palestine here. East side of town, I believe, actually. So let me get my map out real quick. Yeah, so this is the east end of East Palestine. I'm trying to drive down like a little side street to see if I can get a better camera angle up here. We are kind of behind a mill of some sort. Probably, I don't know if I'm allowed to be on this property, but we'll see. Not really worried about it. But it's obviously some type, there's something going on right around here. All right, you can see, I'm pretty sure that's our damaged tanker right there. Why they haven't hauled it out, I don't know. I would imagine that's the one that they set on fire, you know, but I can't say for sure. I haven't been here, it's the first time I've been down here. But there's a ton of cranes around here. You got your charred tanker right there. Looks like something that would have been carrying some type of liquid that doesn't need to be burned off like that. Well, I don't know. When I was down at the creek, somebody was saying that it smelled bad. And I mean, I guess so, but whether what I'm about to say is good or bad, like, yo, it always stinks in the valley here. We call the valley. It always smells around here. You know, there's so many mills within a 100-mile radius. There's so many different types of plants within a 100-mile radius that, you know, who's to say, you know, what, maybe I'm used to it, which might not be a good thing, I don't know, but it's just, come on, man. I'm just tired of people, like, embellishing stuff, you know. If something is seriously wrong with the situation, yes, give it to me, but give it to me straight. Give it to me how it really is. I don't want to hear a bunch of sensationalized language that completely embellishes the situation and gets everybody in an uproar based on just the way that you put words together and not based on the facts of the situation. Man, as far as people here in the area though, I mean, like I said earlier, everything looks normal. People out grilling. No, absolutely zero. I would say probably, okay, I think I've probably seen 100 people today. Environmental Protection Agency authorities and the like, and probably 5-6 people, just regular looking citizens, had masks on. And I'm talking like drywall masks, not superior purifying type masks. I don't know, man. But that being said, it's quite normal. And I haven't heard about, like, you know, school cancellations. The school's just right over a couple blocks up to my right. I'm driving directly through the middle of town right now. And yeah, I haven't heard anything about East Palestine School District not operating as normal. So